Caval Vasia.
BBC Radio Nottingham.
Random act of kindness or a good deed for the day. My next guests do these on a weekly basis as part of their Sikh concept called Langar. 26-year-old Andrew Clifford and Kumar Channi are volunteers for the Guru Nanak mission, which operates on Albert Street in Nottingham every week. It's been going for a year now, and they both join me now in the studio to tell us a bit more. A very good evening to you guys. Kumar, for anyone who doesn't know, what is Langar?
Langar is an amazing concept. It started by Guru Nanak Dev Ji 500 years ago. And to paint a picture, 500 years ago, there was a big caste divide in India. So if you were a high caste person and the shadow of a low caste person touched your food, you would throw that food away. So what Guru Nanak Dev Ji did was revolutionary, where that people of high and low caste could sit together and have the same meal to break down these barriers of discrimination, of caste, creed, colour, which it's still relevant today, and we still need Langar to help break down barriers and join communities together.
And why is it important for Sikhs worldwide to actually follow that?
Well, the Gurus have given us an amazing teaching over 200 years, from the first Guru to the 10th Guru. And the message is still true today as it was back then. And as Sikhs, during Avdas, will always say Sarbat da Pala, meaning the welfare of everybody. Not just Sikhs or not just an individual, but for everybody. And I think it's a very great thing of compassion and kindness that we do.
Now, the mission that you're on actually takes a step further, doesn't it? Yeah. How does it do that?
We go out into the community to serve the Langar. So Gurdwara was set up here when Sikhs came over from India, communities had settled and they needed a place of worship, which was great. It brought communities together. But now we're in a privileged position where we can actually go out into the communities and serve that Langar, because for some people it may be difficult to come into a Gurdwara. It's quite alien to them. So we take it out, and we serve it as best we can.
Let's move on to you then, Andrew. Why did you decide to get involved with this?
I didn't really intend to take it this far, really. I met a guy at work. He was involved in it, and asked him a few questions and wanted to know what it was all about. So he invited me down one night. Yeah, so I came down and just didn't leave.
As you did. You only recently embraced into the Sikhism faith, isn't it? Why's that?
It's just the concept of how they perceive God. I think as they believe that God is within everybody, it's in the things that we do, and I kind of like the idea that my actions come from God, if you like. So it's not a supreme being controlling everything. It's me doing them actions.
That must have been a big step for you, Andrew, because in the past you were an atheist, isn't it? At one time, and to be an atheist and to take on a completely different religion like Sikhism must be a very different concept for you.
Yeah, it was different.
How has it changed you?
I don't think it's really changed me much as a person. I'm still the same person. I suppose it's made me a bit happier in myself, and I don't know.
It's probably made others happier, serving the food out and doing what you're doing.
Yeah, I'd like to think so.
Yeah.
And do you regularly go to the Sikh temple, or?
I do it as often as I can. On a Sunday, obviously, I go twice a week with GNM.
Twice a week?
Yeah.
That's a lot more than what I do. Okay, what sort of people do you serve food to then?
It's anybody.
Really?
Absolutely anybody. When I first started, I presumed it'd just be to homeless people, but I think there's different sort of categories of people.
Cool. I'm just trying to paint a picture. Would you be serving food to people who are really in need, or would you just serve food to people who may be just a bit peckish or hungry?
Langar is for everybody,
yes.
So we're not there to discriminate. But word has got out that we're there every Monday, Wednesday and Thursday, Albert Street, 7:30. And there's a queue of people waiting now. And the majority of them do need the help. And Andrew said something really nice outside. He was saying that I've not done a day where it's been freezing cold and raining yet, but Andrew goes, on those days you'll still get a crowd of people. So when it's horrible and miserable outside and people are queuing for this meal, that's surely a need in itself. And
now, one of the things that we don't do around Langar is smoking, tobacco or consuming alcohol.
That's right.
Would you refuse Langar to people who are openly smoking cigarettes or probably just come from the pub and wanted a Langar to because they're hungry?
The food is prepared in the Gurdwara, but we don't do a das over it. It's not taken to that extreme. So rightfully, we try not to let people smoke around where we're serving or to drink around where we're serving. At the same time, we're not there to be disciplining people. The help is more important than
Sure.
anything.
Yeah, it's not like we're discriminating against people because they smoke. You can't say no. You can't eat this food because you've had a cigarette in the last hour. You know, you just can't.
Yeah, if they need
Okay.
it, it's best for them. Yeah.
So you're there 3 days a week in the
That's right.
evenings. How does it all actually work then? What time do you actually get there? And
Depending what day of the week it is, usually about 5:30.
Yeah.
We meet at the Gurdwara. We see what's in the store cupboard, and then we see which volunteers are there, and we formulate a recipe that hopefully will come together, and we start preparing the food from 5:30 till about 7 o'clock. We aim to have it prepared and packed and ready to go. Sometimes it gets pushed to about 7:15, and then we try to get into town at 7:30, set the table up, and that's when we'll start serving the food. And so usually from 5:30 to 7 o'clock we're in the Gurdwara, and then from 7:30 to about 8:30 we're in Albert Street.
and where do you actually get the food from? Or is it already there at the Gurdwara?
Various donations.
Right.
So from the kindness of people, there's always, touch wood, there's always enough there. So, but yeah, just through donations is how it works.
Okay. Andrew, if someone wants to get involved, how can they find out more?
It's usually on Facebook. We're on Facebook, Guru Nanak's Mission Nottingham. I think that's the best way to.
Yeah, that would be the
to
best
get in
way to
touch.
get in touch. Just message us on Facebook. The details are all there on what days we are and where. So Mondays it's Percy Street, Gurdwara. Wednesdays it's Nottingham Road, Gurdwara. And then Thursdays it's Norton Street. And we'd encourage anybody to come down because it's, once you come, you'll be coming again and again. It's a really good thing.
Okay. Andrew Clifford and Koa Chenny, volunteers for the Guru Nanak Mission, operating Langar on Albert Street in Nottingham every week. Once again, very many thanks for coming and telling us about your mission. Thank you.
Cheers,
you.
Cal. Thank you.